welcome to Bad Movie Brothers. I'm Eric.
I'm Chad.
And this time we watched The Mystery of the $1 Million Hockey Puck.
Okay.
Okay. I assume you watched it.
Oh, I watched it.
Well, let's get the... Well, for the folks at home, if they haven't seen it, and why would you?
Why? Yeah.
This is the story of Pierre. And
Is that his name?
What's that?
That was his name?
That was his name.
What's his name?
Pierre Brunet.
Now, wait a minute, Pierre.
Hey, Pierre, what's up? Hey, Pierre, what's up? I want to go home, Pierre.
Didn't know.
Pierre and his sister, Catu.
Catherine.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you see anything, Catu? Catu. 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 Catu.
Who stumble upon a plot where some bad guys have hidden some diamonds in a hollowed out hockey puck that I guess they're going to smuggle across the American border somehow with the hockey team, the Canadians.
Are you sure that's what the movie was about?
According to the back of the box,
Okay.
that is what the movie was about.
Sister Margaret. Sister Margaret, you know the flower shop downtown? Mm-hmm. Well, there's a couple of guys there with $1 million puck, and they're going to put it in the Montreal Canadiens equipment bag, and they're going to smuggle it across the border, and they're going to Quebec City right away. We've got to stop them somehow.
I thought it was just about the different modes of Canadian transportation.
It certainly is about that.
That had to be it.
Certainly the entire movie is a series of chase scenes.
Yes.
I was going to call it one long chase scene.
No.
But it's a series of unnecessarily long chase scenes.
With no music.
That was driving me nuts.
It was crazy.
Because first, let me say, I had very high hopes for this film. Because what could be a better Bad Movie Brothers movie?
Yeah, it was on the verge of being a mix between Sudden Death and Home Alone, but it didn't get there. It did not get there.
Well, I saw this sucker at a garage sale, and I said, it's a mystery. There's an actual hockey team in this.
Yep.
You know, it actually, at least, unlike some of the movies we've watched, I'm looking at you, Rollerblade. This at least looked like a movie.
Yep.
But did not really resemble one beyond that.
Yeah, a 1970s movie? Is that what it is?
Hold on. I don't know. It's late 70s, early 80s, I think.
Okay.
From Canada.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know where to begin or where to end with this thing.
I have one major question for you.
Please.
What happened to the florist?
Thank you. I have the same question. So this whole thing gets started when Pierre decides to buy some flowers for a nun, I guess?
At the orphanage.
Right, because they're orphans.
Right, as they are.
Which, a fact that is so rarely commented upon as to be distracting.
And he's like a runaway orphan, chronic runaway.
Right, he runs away a lot.
Yes? Pierre Brunet's run away again. This time his sister's missing. Here we go again.
Yeah.
And you would suspect he would have hopped the rails a long time ago, except for the anchor that is his sister.
Yeah, and right, you would think he'd be better at it, but
right.
Oh man.
At no point is he ever good at anything.
Yeah, but he's aware enough to know how to do everything.
Right. And certainly no matter how so he might be at a thing, his sister is 100 times worse.
Yeah.
She is for sure the dead weight of this operation.
Well, I mean, she's Mary Poppins before Mary Poppins.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. She's got the big bag.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the look. I can see that.
Yep.
For sure. So I don't remember why, but for some reason he decides he needs to buy one of the nuns' flowers.
Yeah.
So he goes to this florist, which at first blush seems to be being run by the scariest and most ominous florist of all time.
May I help you?
And it was blowing my mind because he was allergic to flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
Why couldn't you? Here. Why did you take your nose?
Because I think he asks for daffodils.
He's something, I don't know.
And the florist is very upset because he's allergic to daffodils.
Blew my mind. I was already in and then became shortly out thereafter.
Right. Well, at that point, I'm way in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because at that point, the movie seems like it's really weird.
Yeah.
But then it turns out that the florist, whose name is Napoleon,
Yep.
the florist is just I guess, a goon.
Right.
And he and this other goon have this plot to bring to smuggle diamonds in a hockey puck.
I don't know why they were doing it.
It's a very vague and ill-defined plot.
There's a couple of guys there with $1 million puck, and they're gonna put it in the Montreal Canadiens equipment bag, and they're gonna smuggle it across the border, and they're gonna come back city right away.
Here's another question for you. Are the two goons on the same level? Or is one lead goon?
One definitely seems like lead goon. The goon that isn't Napoleon,
Yeah.
the hat-wearing goon,
Right.
seems like he's the goon in charge.
I guess.
But we find out later, much later in the movie,
Much later.
that they report to an old woman who has her own extra goon in the form of a chauffeur.
Yeah, and she was really interesting at first when she was in the clown getup, or whatever was happening there. But then she was just an old lady.
I have no memory of a clown getup.
So when she's first introduced to us only by her voice,
Right.
she's like in one of the clown costumes in like that big parade store.
Oh, I did not make that connection.
The password is, I like a good hockey game. And he answers, yes, if the Canadians are playing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know who she was until she. So Pierre finds out about these diamonds.
Stop trying to go back to the plot, man.
I just want people to know what's going on.
Okay.
They find out about these diamonds. Pierre loves the Canadians so much that he doesn't want them to be their honor impugned in this smuggling scandal. So he and his sister run away from the orphanage, steal the hockey puck, and then spend the rest of the movie being chased by the goons.
Yeah. Elaborately.
Right. And so
Through the
and then
different
at a
modes
certain-
of transportation.
Right. We will get to those.
Okay.
At a certain point, they are trying to board a train, I think, and an old lady offers them instead a ride in her limo.
Right.
And I did not know that she was also the clown from the, like everything else in this movie, unnecessarily long parade.
Right.
That goes
Frightening
on.
parade. Frightening.
And at first I thought, oh, she is going to become their friend, and maybe she will adopt them at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was bad news right away. You don't talk to strangers, man.
Well, all they do in this movie is talk to strangers.
And it doesn't work out.
Well, it works out occasionally. The argument could be made.
Okay.
Well, because for every adult in this movie,
Is an idiot.
even dumber than the kids.
Yep.
Because of course they try and tell multiple people about this. I'm of course yelling at the TV. Go to the police.
Well, and it makes sense when they first go. They don't have the puck yet.
Right,
But once they have the puck, just, go ahead and go to the police and open it up.
Well, and they do. They go to the police, and the police officer's like, whatever.
This puck belongs to a couple of smugglers, and there's diamonds in it.
What?
Look.
Let me see that. Ah. Look, kid. April Fool's in 2 months. Come back then, okay?
Worst.
Get out. So dumb.
Awful.
Now, I have a favorite stupid adult.
Okay.
It has to be the pilot.
How did that plane stay in the air? And why is he just giving two random kids a plane ride? Is that a thing?
Exactly. There are the briefest of moments in this movie. The briefest of moments of something. And the pilot sequence is definitely one of them.
Yep.
Because as they're escaping the goons, in one of the first modes of transportation we encounter is they're running across an iced over lake, and there just so happens to be a plane.
Yep.
And it just so happens that a guy is about to take off in the plane. They ask him for a ride. He deduces that they're being chased and has zero problems giving them a flight in his plane to, I don't know, Montreal or whatever? Quebec?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Mr. Caldwell, can you take us up in your plane?
What? Why, certainly.
We have to go to Quebec City.
It's on my way. Hop in.
The name of the plane? Did you catch the name of the plane?
Oh, I sure did.
And the picture on the plane?
I sure did. You want to share it?
You go ahead. You can do it.
I have it written down. Joy Baby.
And it's a picture of a baby drinking what appears to be a martini.
I don't think I noticed that until the plane landed.
Ah,
And I was terrified.
yeah.
Because
I think that guy was drunk.
Right. Not only do we have this old guy who is just happy to give a ride to two strange children, like he kidnapped those kids.
Yep.
By any definition of the law, he has committed kidnapping.
Really, everybody in the movie does terrible things to these children that would get them arrested now.
It's inexplicable.
This guy, the guy at the hotel that just pours them wine and leaves them in a room alone with the wine.
In one of the creepiest scenes in the movie,
Yep.
where to escape the goons, they have ducked into the honeymoon suite of a hotel
Yes.
that is all set up for a couple.
Right.
And yeah, and they sit down to the room service. Bellboy comes in and just starts pouring them champagne.
Yep. And all they do is laugh. Ha ha ha.
Right, and he at no point see. Now I don't know how things work in French Canada.
Right.
Maybe it's perfectly normal that a child and his child bride should come to the honeymoon suite.
Maybe we're the weird ones.
That could be.
For the newly weds. Compliments of the management.
Food for thought, for sure.
Right.
Oh my goodness gracious. It is inexplicable. And of course all of this is I don't want to fool the folks at home into thinking that this is anything less than one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, don't. And it was long.
And again, like you hit the nail on the head earlier, I felt like it was more boring and felt more long because of the complete lack of music.
No music.
Especially, there was like during some incidental scenes.
Yeah, I remember
but like
there being a
never
little
during like
music.
the sequences.
No. No, the long chase of the chauffeur against the snowmobile.
That's the one that really caught me.
That's the worst one.
Although, my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, that's obviously very exciting, but no music killed it.
No music at all. But, sweet snowmobile jump.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Best part right there.
And a great crash of the truck where the driver just throws himself into the windshield.
Yeah. But, oh man, just so deadly dull.
And it was surprising, every mode of transport that the children took would seem to be the faster mode.
Right, yep.
And yet the goons were constantly on their tail taking the slowest mode of transportation. Like rowing a boat across an iced over river, they're able to catch a ferry that's going 30, 40 knots. I don't know how fast it goes.
Yeah, they're in some kind of icebreaker ferry. The kids are in like an icebreaker ferry. The goons get in like a rowing team canoe. And they reach their destination at roughly the same time.
Yeah, would have been a great spot for the kids in the hall guys
That would have been
trying to get the fur traders going. That would have been great.
That would have been great. Even more egregious is in the aforementioned plane scene. They fly off in a plane.
Yep.
They get back in their extremely conspicuous floral van and manage to get to Quebec at the same time as the plane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's a different one for you.
Yeah.
They park the van to get in said rowboat.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody goes across the river or
Yep.
ocean,
Yep. Yep.
and they're all
yep.
there. And the kids get on a bus eventually after sliding down a cool-looking slide, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
And they get on this bus, and then all of a sudden the dudes just get into the van again,
Yeah.
which should be back on the other side, but it's over there.
Right. Yeah. The van just is already wherever the hell they are.
It's a magic van.
Well, first off, that van looks spectacular
Oh, yeah.
with the big bow on the top of it.
There was more flowers in the van than in the floral shop itself.
Right. Which brings us back to your initial question.
What happened to the florist?
Are these guys evil florists, or did they murder a florist?
Is the jeweler an evil jeweler, or is he not a jeweler at all?
Right. Why do they need to smuggle these diamonds at all?
Most evil people just want the diamonds. These people are desperately trying to get rid of them.
Right. Certainly at a certain point in the movie, in the chase of the movie, they give up on the whole smuggling plot, it seems like, and they
Right.
just want the diamonds back.
Back.
But throughout the movie, they're carrying these diamonds around cleverly concealed in this hockey puck. And presumably their original plan, the bad guys, is to put the hockey puck like in the Canadians' gear
Right.
and then get it back in America. But wouldn't it be just as confounding to the Border Patrol if they just had a hockey puck in their floral van?
Right. Right.
Like, I don't understand why there needs to be this elaborate plot involved. Because how were they going to get the... So the kids have to go to a jeweler's and say a code phrase
Right.
to get the hockey puck in the first place, which
Yep.
the goons were also supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
How then were they going to get the hockey puck to the Canadians?
At that game, just like they did, I guess.
And then how were they going to get it back?
I have no idea. Like you're saying, if they just went across the border as, two French Canadians with a hockey puck, guess what the Border Patrol aren't going to be real suspicious of?
Well, and it seems like they've got the perfect setup already. One,
Yeah.
they're French Canadian. Nobody's going to argue about a hockey puck.
Nope.
They may as well have those diamonds inside of a jelly donut.
Yep.
Two, this is very important. Two, they're in the floral van that is
Yep.
filled with flowers. They bring the dogs by. The dogs are going to smell the flowers. I don't know if that's true, but that is certainly the kind of movie logic that I am used to.
I also don't think dogs are smelling out diamonds.
Probably not. It's a very, like, the very foundation of this movie.
Whatever
Is
they were going to
unnecessary.
get in return for the diamonds could have been bought or traded for with the diamonds themselves.
Right. Are the diamonds somehow worth more in America?
I don't know.
That doesn't seem right.
No.
If I learned anything from buying periodicals in the 90s, the Canada dollar value was higher.
Yes. Very much so. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Now, here's my next question for you.
Okay.
What was the mystery of the $1 million hockey puck?
I assume which hockey puck is the hockey puck at the end. That's the mystery.
But certainly there is no, like, I expected this to be a movie about some child sleuths
Right.
who perhaps find a hockey puck at random that has a bunch of diamonds in it, or, that there's some Scooby-Doo / Encyclopedia Brown style mystery that needs to be solved.
Yep.
There is not.
And maybe the mystery is exactly this, that what's going on?
Maybe. Like, it could just be an admission from the producers
We don't know.
that they don't know what's going on in this movie either.
And here's the ultimate question.
Sure.
Yeah, the kids save the day or whatever. Why does the hockey team even care? Why does anybody care?
Well, that's bringing us rather rapidly to the end of the movie where
Why does anybody care about any of this?
I
That's the
sure
question.
don't. But they, as you would expect, the climax of the film is at a Canadians hockey game.
Yep.
I do not know who they're playing.
The Detroit Red Wings.
Ah, there you go. There's a lot of fumbling around for the hockey puck at the hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, no adult has been able to help or cared about these kids, at least since the pilot, this whole movie.
Yep.
Who saves the day, but not even the Canadians.
Nope.
The announcer for the Canadians.
Not even the regular announcer, the radio guy that's way up high. He was too high up. He couldn't see anything.
Two very brave children just managed almost single-handedly to break up a smuggling ring that threatened to compromise the Montreal Canadiens.
But I don't. So here's, I have here, there are three things that I expected this movie to deliver that this movie did not deliver.
Okay.
One is I expected the involvement of the Canadians.
Right.
And while they are in the first off, they don't interact with the kids until the last 40 seconds before the end of the movie.
Right.
I expected at some point that instead of the whole chase thing, that the smugglers would get the hockey puck to the Canadians, and then the kids would stow away with the Canadians. And it would be some dumb Harlem Globetrotters type movie.
I for sure thought it was going to be a vehicle for the stars of the team.
Yeah, no, not at all. So that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, early in the movie, this stupid gimmick is presented where the jeweler gives them the hockey puck and then he gives them special glasses. And if you put on the glasses, then the hockey puck will look orange, so you can tell it apart from other hockey pucks.
Yep.
Not only does this not get used pretty much the whole movie, but I was certain when they introduced that there would be a part at the end of the movie where that puck would be in play, and then as part of how it would be easier for us, the audience, to see the puck on the ice, we would be watching them play with this orange hockey puck.
Right.
Batted back and forth.
And meanwhile, 30 years later, Fox TV gets an idea for, hey, man, let's make it glow.
Right. So, but you figure that's what's going to happen in the movie.
And when you see it orange, it is more orange than a street hockey puck ever was. It is super orange.
Right. It's not even a special effect. It's just an orange hockey puck.
Nope, it's just an orange hockey puck. And that's the problem with it. You know how you tell that puck apart from other pucks?
Is orange.
It's the one that doesn't feel like a hockey puck because it's empty other than diamonds, and it unscrews really easily.
Right.
None of the other hockey pucks are unscrewing. Right,
because that's a weird part in the movie too, is when the goons are digging through a pile of hockey pucks looking for the $1 million hockey puck. It doesn't seem like they're trying to unscrew them.
Right. When they think they get the puck and they try to unscrew the one, they do that for 10 seconds, man. It would have unscrewed already. Drop it. Move on.
Why wouldn't you just be going, huh? No.
Yeah, nope.
No.
Right.
But yeah, I was so disappointed that at no point does the $1 million puck go into gameplay.
No, it does go into gameplay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you?
They score the winning goal with it.
They did?
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, I was because there's no way that hockey puck plays like a real hockey puck. They would have broke it.
I didn't think it ever got into play.
It did. Yep, it did.
Did I lose consciousness?
So when the boy's up on the catwalk, he drops it down, right?
Yeah.
And then the referee picks it up, puts it back. They lose the puck that they're playing with, and then the little girl's looking at the orange puck, and the referee grabs it and puts it down, and then they score the goal to win with 4 seconds left.
Oh. I remember all of that, but I didn't understand that the referee put back down the $1 million puck.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I thought it was just a regular puck.
No.
Okay. Well, but then even then, they barely play with it.
Right.
Because you expect there's going to be a part where they're playing with it and the crooks are going...
I thought for sure there was going to be a slap shot and then it was going to break apart and then diamonds everywhere and everybody's like, ooh.
Right, and people are scrambling on the ice for the diamonds.
The goalie's just pocketing them all. Something like that. Yeah, there you go.
Right. No, none of that.
Nothing.
None of that. And then, because the kids stopped this vague smuggling ring, which, like, because then they're all, so, like, the bad guys are all arrested and everything. But there's absolutely, there was no smuggling.
Right.
The smuggling was stopped. So what did they even do that we can say was illegal?
Nothing.
How do we know those aren't just their diamonds?
Right.
But in any event, the kids are rewarded for their, I don't know, bravery or whatever by getting to hang around the sweaty, stinky locker room with the Canadians.
And the kid gets a jersey that he's already wearing, the same exact one. What?
Pierre, on behalf of the team, we'd like to present you with this
Thank you very much.
And even worse than that, the sister gets nothing.
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 Not a thing.
They give the boy a slightly larger jersey than the one he's wearing.
Yep.
And the sister, like, applauds him. End of the movie.
And you know what? In the first part of the movie, that little boy is a terrible teammate. He does not pass. He is a puck hog. So shame on him.
Oh my goodness gracious. Right, and I didn't understand, like, when we see him playing hockey, you think that it's his hockey team is going to end up with the puck. Maybe they're going to a thing with the kid, like maybe they're going to play like some sort of dumb exhibition match against the Canadians.
Yeah, I was expecting Mighty Ducks with some magical hockey puck where they end up winning a lot where they shouldn't, you know, these orphans and whatever. But no, got nothing.
So inexplicable. I will say this about the end of the movie, though, is the boy gets his present, the girl gets nothing. We cut to credits, and for a movie that has had no music, we then get the most amazing song.
Yep.
In the tradition of the No Retreat, No Surrender song, now comes a song that straight up sings the plot of this dumb movie.
So they went away on a sunny day. No one did believe the strange story they told.
Hated it. I hated this movie.
This is pretty bad. This is toward the bottom.
Yeah, it's not the bottom, it's toward the
Right.
bottom. It is repugnant.
It is. I don't understand how it was this boring. This seemed like a slam dunk of a movie.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You said you bought this at a garage sale? Did these people watch this movie?
Well, it was a weird garage sale.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. This was not the only movie I bought there.
Okay.
I also bought a John Candy movie that I
Has
had
to be
never
better.
heard of.
Has to be better.
So I don't know if these people were from Canada or what.
Maybe.
I saw this, I got very excited. There seems to be a very small online cult following for it.
Okay.
You know, Canadian kids seeing it when they were kids, presumably.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I can tell you that even at the garage sale, I don't know if the folks at home can see this, it was reduced from $1.99
$2.99.
to just 99 cents.
Gotcha.
So that certainly doesn't speak well of it.
No, that's rough.
I will say, I do have one last I can't believe it about this movie, which was I also couldn't believe that the kids don't get adopted.
Yeah, but there's nobody in the movie to adopt them.
Agreed, but I can't believe that there wasn't.
Yeah, there should have been a caretaker person that was helping them along the way.
In all of the many, many kids' movies we have seen, the orphan trope is certainly a well-worn trope. But the orphans always get adopted at the end.
Yep.
No, this kid's got to call the nuns to come and get him.
That's less egregious than my biggest peccadillo.
Word of the day calendar?
No, just out of nowhere.
All right.
He lets his sister get taken by somebody he has no idea who it is.
Oh, he's a very bad brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just lets her go. He also lets her go in the parade. She would have gotten taken in the parade if if the goons weren't terrible.
What this movie needed, Liam Neeson.
Oh, God.
If Liam Neeson had played a curmudgeon-y old man who somehow gets roped into this stupid mystery and over the course of the movie, learns the love of family or whatever from these children, then you would have an actual movie.
You know what it is? Here's what it is.
Canada?
Kind of.
Yeah.
We get our person that's going to adopt these people, right? And it turns out it's just some older man who owns a skate shop in Canada.
Yeah.
And he adopts the children, and we learn that his last name, they're going to take it. They're going to take his last name, and it's Bombay, right?
Okay.
And so then the kid grows up, and he has a child. His name is Gordon Bombay. And what does Gordon Bombay grow up to be? The Minnesota Miracle Man who ends up coaching the Mighty Ducks and Team USA Mighty Ducks and all that. That would have been the prequel of the prequel to Mighty Ducks. That's what I wanted.
Sure. You wanted a movie that came out years before the Mighty Ducks.
Right.
To have an arcane
Yes.
reference.
Some sort of tie-in.
To the Mighty Ducks. I just want a knuckle puck diamond explosion.
There you go. That'd be cool.
That's all I want.
Yeah, it would be great.
But no.
Not going to happen.
We get none of that from this movie.
We don't even get Goldberg.
No. Nothing. Man, those Mighty Ducks movies were great.
You hated them.
I didn't like them as much as you.
Yeah, they're great.
I don't think I ever saw the third one.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't. Although there's a lot of important people in those movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Kel is in them, right?
Right. Or Keenan, I think. Keenan.
Okay.
Maybe one of them.
Right, but he's in the second one, I think.
Second and third.
Right.
And then Charlie, whatever his real name is, he grew up to be on Dawson's Creek and then Fringe.
Okay.
And then the one girl has been in a lot of stuff. Can't remember her name. Sorry.
Well, and of course, it gave us the actual Mighty Ducks hockey team.
Right.
And the Mighty Ducks cartoon show about alien hockey playing duck people.
Right. And none of those things exist anymore because the hockey team's just the Ducks.
Right. Not even Mighty.
Nope.
And what did this thing give us?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We know how to take transportation in Canada.
That's right. We know how to. We know how to take a van.
Right.
A plane.
Yes.
A canoe.
Yes.
A ferry.
Yes.
We did not talk about this yet. A very large elevator.
Yep.
A slide.
Yes.
Floats.
Yep.
A truck.
Yep.
A limo.
Uh-huh.
Snowmobile.
Yep.
I think that's all of them.
Bus, train, and the girl takes a car ride from somebody to get to the train station.
Sure.
What else is there? Skates.
Sure.
They run around.
Their own legs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that might be it, but that's quite a lot.
Yeah, certainly you're absolutely right. Every conveyance available to you in the great country of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this movie was produced by the Canadian Tourism Board.
I bet you it was.
Could have been.
Whatever it was awful.
It was pretty bad. I don't know that I even have anything else to say about it.
Let me look what I got here.
There was a lot of very bad ADR in it.
Yes, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the takeaways are Joy Baby Airplane,
Mm-hmm.
how terrifying that parade was,
Yeah.
and how little that boy cared for his sister.
Not at all. We never find out what happened to their parents.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
Just do you suppose that this is part of a series of movies?
Oh, I absolutely think so, yes.
Okay. I could find no evidence of that, but it certainly feels like one.
Or maybe a series of books. Or tall tales.
Sure.
Something like that.
Right. Where were Bob and Doug McKenzie for all of this?
I have no idea. Where were the other Canada hockey teams? Where are the Maple Leafs?
Where was Alex Trebek?
Well, he was busy. He had to grow a mustache. Yeah, see?
There you go.
I don't know what this was. Where was the Queen?
The Queen of Canada?
No. England.
Okay. Where were the fur trappers?
Right. This was awful. Don't watch this movie.
This was pretty bad. I think the whole thing is up on YouTube. I would not
Ugh.
waste my time.
Ugh.
Nope.
Ugh.
Well, on that note, I guess there's nothing else to say about the mystery of the $1 million hockey puck.
There is no mystery.
There's barely a hockey puck.
That's right.
So we'll see you next time with hopefully a better movie. Thanks for watching.
See ya.